You gotta have your eyes on the prize, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, it ain't nothing on this planet I can't do. You know what I'm saying? Real. That's how I feel. And that's why I'm gonna stay at the level I am, you know what I'm saying? On top of everybody, if not one of the best producers in the world, period.
What I love about Dr. Dre is he's a risk taker, man. He's the first one at the studio. He's always the last one to leave. He's a hard worker. He's the one who took a risk on Eminem when everyone else was saying no, don't do it. He put his name, his money, and his reputation on the line and went for it. I hope this interview really inspires you. This is Chris, also known as Manifest from Smart Music Business. For more videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Enjoy.
The secret to my longevity, I think, is the fact that I'm a perfectionist, you know, and I listen to everybody's shit, you know. I mean, even R&B. I listen to classical music sometimes. I listen to heavy metal. I just listen to everything, you know. And really, I listen to the whack shit more, you know, because I want to know what not to do.
First person I'd like to thank is my mom. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but my mom was pregnant with me at the age of 15. Man, she was always told by family, friends, neighbors, or whatever, she's gonna ruin her life and mine. So throughout my entire childhood, being a success was always embedded in my head because those people that were saying that shit could not be right.
It's not everything that you see in videos, you know? Most people in videos are fronting anyway. I think people are limited because they're very well influenced by people that's around them or people that's in the media, you know. You see somebody criticizing something, you're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like that. I'm only going to do what I like. The record business is exactly what it is, record business. And you have to take care of both or they won't take care of you.
Do you feel that the whole so-called gangster rap era is over and done?
Yeah, I feel like the gangster rap era is over, you know. It's time for a switch, you know. Been there, done that. It's time for something else. You just can't, you know, use profanity on a record these days and sell millions. It's not going to happen, you know. You have to come with some skills. You have to come with some substance, you know, whether it be tracks or vocally, you know, has to be something there.
Right. So what do you do to replace that, especially if that was a large part of the whole, you know?
Well, it wasn't a large part of what I was doing, you know. I don't think it was, you know. I can do records just as good, if not better, without using any profanity, you know. It doesn't matter. It was just, that's what we wanted to do at the time, you know. So now I'm on to new and better things.
I guess, you know, for a long time in rap, everybody was talking about keeping it real, and a lot of the profanity, a lot of that had to do with the fact that it was real, you know, from the streets and so forth. How do you still keep it real, but without that rawness? Or
a lot of people talk about keep it real, this and that. I mean, what's real is what you want to do, you know. Keeping it real doesn't mean you have to cuss on a record, use profanity, or you know, talk about where you're from and this and that. Keeping it real is just being yourself, I think, you know, staying true to yourself, doing what you like. That's keeping it real as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
I have the same frustration that I had when I was doing the first album because there's a lot of people out there talking shit about, oh, he ain't gonna be able to do it again, oh, he's falling off. I ain't falling off shit, but diving boards, straight up.
No matter how hard you work in the studio, no matter what you do, you don't know if people are going to dig it, you know. For me, some of the records that I'm real pumped up on that I do are not the ones that hit, you know. You never know. I do feel like I got to get in and do my music to the best of my ability, you know. And I feel like I'm my worst critic, you know. If I'm not digging it, it ain't the shit. What I think has to change for people as far as longevity is looking at people that have made it in the business, you know, Quincy Jones, people like that. That's my mentor right there because he started at a young age the same as I did, and he's still doing his thing and having fun with it. You know, it ain't about who has the flyest car, who has the most jewelry, you know. It ain't about that. It's about saving and preparing yourself for when your shit ain't happening no more, you know, because it's going to happen sooner or later. You know, you never know when, you know. When Dr. Dre falls off, if and when that happens, I'm cool. I'll never have to touch another button as long as I live, straight up. I'm cool, you know. And that's what you have to think. You have to say, okay, I know I'm gonna fuck off some money, so let me put this money over here to fuck off, right? And let me save this. Let me save this. Take care of your taxes, take care of all that shit. You gotta make sure you're prepared when the shit gets thick.
Yeah, my idea has always been to protect my brand and make sure that everything that I do was quality. And it was just hands down the best of its kind, of whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's been my thing from the top. Just make sure that everything that I do is the shit. That's it.
But for me, it's just fun. I love doing it. I love making music. I love creating. I love listening to it. I love listening to somebody that does something different and creative because it pumps me up into getting in the studio. And it also makes money. It's gonna better my life and my family's life. So it's all good. You may see people talking about how if they get a lot of money or something like that, they're gonna stay in the ghetto, they're gonna stay in the projects. That means if you're staying there, you're gonna allow your mother and your family to stay there also. And that's bullshit, straight up, you know? The change has to happen somewhere in your generation. You know, for my family, I'm saving money and I want my kids to start on another level. I don't want them to start in the projects. No, that means they have to build for their families. If they start at a higher level, you know, their families are going to get better. That means your generation down the line, they're going to have a foundation, you know, and I'm going to set the foundation.
Like I said in a couple of other interviews, you go through the worst times of your life before you get to the best times. And right now, it's all gravy. I'm feeling real good.
Well, how has your lifestyle changed, outside of the fact that you've been working out and so forth, but how has it changed? I hear you got married.
Yeah, my lifestyle has changed dramatically. I mean, I'm a lot more humble. It's not Dr. Dre wilding at clubs, tearing up things, you know. I'm married now, you know. I'm just settled. Only thing I want to do is come to the studio, boogie, do my work, go home to my wife. That's it.
To do.
I'm actually leaving this event right when I'm done and going to the studio and getting back in it. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to give everybody what they want and not give them this new word I came up with. It's called anticipation.
I guess I'm a grown-up now, you know. That's basically it. It's hard to say. A lot of stuff that was happening with me in the past was just, I've done a lot of stupid stuff. To be perfectly blunt, I just did a lot of stupid things. And I think it takes age and experience to realize that.
But one question though, aren't you afraid to set a bad example?
Oh, terribly afraid. I'm terribly afraid.
You just don't care, do you?
I do care.
We're not here to make an example at all. We're here to make music and to entertain people. That's it.
But you know that with all the fans out there, they look up to you guys. I mean,
right, and that's what we make the music for. We're not here to care. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to care about, you know, what somebody who doesn't like us, what they think or what their opinion is of our music. You know what I mean? I mean, there's always going to be people that love you and people that hate you. You know, you take the good with the bad, and that's what I do.
We are not parents to your children. You know what I'm saying?
We're here, our own children.
We're here to entertain. That's it. Make records, entertain, get on that stage, entertain, and leave it at that.
what I was wondering about at Forgot About Dre, you kind of sneered to the industry a little. Are you fed up with the industry?
I'm fed up with every fucking body that's, you know, has treated me wrong throughout my career. You know what I'm saying?
He's just fed up with everything.
Tell me about some of the stuff you guys rap about. It's crazy, man. It's like you can be just standing on a corner somewhere, not doing nothing and get shot. It's like we can't rap about Beverly Hills or nothing. We only rap about stuff that we know about, stuff that can happen or did happen, you know? So everything we say in our records is true, you know?
Where'd you get most of the music for that stuff?
Well, I go to a lot of oldie shops, you know? you know, and I listen to, they have this thing in Los Angeles, they call it the Oldie Show, they have every Sunday. I listen to that, you know, and I might hear something and say, maybe we can use that, sample it or something, you know, and I listen for the name and go to the oldie shop the next day and pick it up, you know.
It's really interesting to me how, and I would think a lot of fans, how you listen to a song, just like you said, and then your mind say, oh, I want to take that part of it. I mean, when you listen to a song, you just say, oh, that part would be dope. Or you just say like the whole thing. I mean, tell me how that happened.
Well, sometimes you might hear a whole part that's real clean, you know, that's just by itself that you might want to sample. Say, yo, that's dope, I'm using that. And a lot of times you can just hear like a hey, something like that.
Tell them, Dre.
and want to use it, you know. So that's, you know, just listening.
The background Express Yourself is real haunting to me. I mean, really, to you guys, your video, I think you did a really incredible job visually. That, you know, that whole backbeat in Express Yourself is real haunting. It's a real theme, which goes along with, I think, the whole Bible song. Tell me how you came about doing that song.
It's just
the music.
What you're probably talking about is the whistle. It's nothing but a straight beat. If we took that whistle out, it probably wouldn't be as haunting as you say, you know. But that whistle it's like Public Enemy's Rubber Without a Pause. If you took out the it'd be a whole different thing, you know what I'm saying?
Are you afraid people might say that you're selling out?
No, nobody's going to say I'm selling out, because I'm not selling out. I'm staying true to myself, you know. Actually, I don't make my records to please anybody but myself, you know. I'm my worst critic. Nobody can criticize my music unless you're doing what I'm doing. And right now, I'm at the top of the list, you know what I mean? So you cannot criticize me. I'm making some of the funkiest beats in hip-hop.
Yeah, there's some messages, you know, just touching on what I've already said, you know, just know your business. Start over. Just know your business and know what you're getting into before you get into it. Straight up, because this is a fucking dog-eat-dog world. Straight up. The record business.
Hey, I hope this video inspired you today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you see the more videos that we got coming out. If you have not read this book yet, The Truth About the Music Business, what every artist needs to know before they sign a record deal. Every artist has their struggle, but we wrote this book to share all the stories and all the knowledge you need to know before you sign a deal and to build your business, invest in your music career before you end up selling all your rights, all your royalties, all your publishing to a label. You build up your business first. You grow your music career, then that way you have something to negotiate with. Get it on Amazon or go to smartmusicbusiness.com/The Truth. This is Chris Greenwood, also known as the artist Manifest, reminding you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. So keep fighting for your dreams. Peace.